The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. On the way to Jerusalem, Jesus traveled along the border between Samaria and Galilee. As he entered one of the villages, 10 lepers came out to meet him. They stood some way off and called to him, "Jesus, Master, take pity on us." When he saw them, he said, "Go and show yourselves to the priests." Now, as they were going away, they were cleansed. Finding himself cured, one of them turned back, praising God at the top of his voice, and threw himself at the feet of Jesus and thanked him. The man was a Samaritan. This made Jesus say, "Were not all 10 made clean? The other 9, where are they? It seems that no one has come back to give praise to God except this foreigner." And he said to the man, "Stand up and go on your way. Your faith has saved you." The Gospel of the Lord.
Today, Jesus poignantly points out the human ingratitude emotion that we all have sometimes in our lives. Jesus today is tapping deeply on human emotions and giving us this example. He is also tapping on our own emotions. In giving us this example of a foreigner who was a Samaritan going back to thank Jesus for the miracle he has performed on him, he is questioning us. How often do we take things for granted in our lives? Maybe the 9 thought that it was their right as Jews to be healed by Jesus, who was a healer, considered to be a healer and the Messiah. And so they thought he didn't do anything special. We don't need to go and thank him and show him our gratitude for what he did. There was only one foreigner, the Samaritan, who felt deep in his soul that he needed to say thank you. The display of ingratitude of those 9 diminished them as individuals. And it will diminish us if we do not have it ingrained also in our lives, this sense of gratitude. First to God, our Creator, and then to each other in our lives. Desmond Morris very often in his novels used to insist and say, we need to increase our daily vocabulary by using the word thank you. And especially the older we get, the more mature we are, we need to understand and we need to have this inner attitude of our soul to be grateful. Repeating, grateful first to God and then to each other. To God, why? For the gift of life that we have, for the beauty of life, for the universe that we live in, for the beauty of the sun and the moon that St. Francis spoke so much poetically about it, for the birds, for the nature, for the sea, for the mountains, for the rivers. So many beautiful things that we have, if we have eyes open enough to look around, we can never miss. This we need to say thank you. to God who has created everything for us. And then of course our own personal life. We have so much to say thank you to God for our own life, for the gift of faith. I thank him also for giving me the passion for sports and football. Yes, why not? If you have a talent in your lives, if you have art, music, art, whatever it is that you have, see that you feel gratified to God for giving you this passion for any art that you carry around in your life and gives you meaning to live it to the full here in your life. And then of course, we need to give gratitude to each other, because no human individual, no man is an island. We do not live on ourselves. As St. Paul used to say, we live for each other. We don't live for ourselves. And so we need to give gratitude to each other, to our partners, to our family, to our friends, to our persons at work. We need to feel this, even for their presence to us, even if sometimes we do not agree with each other, as it often happens in life. But the very presence of people living with us is already a gift in itself, because we can never live on our own. We need each other to live fully this dignity that Christ has given us in our life. So there are so many things to be thankful enough to God. And sometimes, as I said, we have all these things, but we behave like those lepers who took it for granted. We think that we have a divine right to receive all these great gifts from God. We behave like, yes, so what? And this is not right. By the behavior, Jesus said, where are the others? What about the 9 others? So God is expecting from us a thank you note. He is expecting to answer our emails and say, yes, thank you for what for what we have done, for what you are doing to us in our lives. We need to say thank you to each other and to God especially, because when we say thank you to God, we are fulfilled. We are full of joy. We are full of peace. And so when we say thank you to each other, we feel fulfilled. It's amazing how the word and the action itself of saying thank you to someone who has been good to you or has given you something, especially if he has given you forgiveness, it's amazing how it fills your life with peace and joy. Let's read the prayer that we have on the screens. O Lord, I am not worthy. Say but the word, and I shall be healed. I can only hope that you will also make me aware and allow me to realize how I have been healed. Realizing, may I always give you thanks and praise for what you have done for me.